Hello guys, in this video I wanted to quickly show you a new favorite cage of mine for the Panasonic GH4. So if you've been wondering if I'm still using the Panasonic GH4, which I've raved about over the last few years, yes, I'm still using it, even though I've had a chance to play with some of the other newer cameras, like the successor to this one, the Panasonic GH5. But I still think this is a great camera. You can even get great deals for it because it is a few years old now. And also you can get some nice accessories. So this is a new cage that I got from KMTV. I've actually been sort of using their cages now for both the Panasonic GH4, GH5, A6500, 6300 and stuff like that. They've been making really good solid cages lately. So this is the one that they have for the GH4. As you can see, it's already on there. It fits well, and what I mean by that is that it doesn't add too much to the size of the camera, but it does protect the camera, and it also allows you to access all the buttons really that are you need to access to operate the camera. So as you can see here, the ISO, white balance, all the buttons here on the top, the wheel here for aperture setting. Same thing here when it comes to the, for example, just the basic on-off. I've seen some cages for the GH4 that black that for you, whereas this one allows you to switch it, no problem. And with my fingers, I have sort of medium-sized hands. I can put my hands in there, no problem. I like also the fact that here on the front, it actually has this little, like a bumper that goes flush against the camera body, because that means that it prevents the camera from tilting or rotating within the cage, and that's very helpful when you're putting bigger, heavier lenses on the camera. Also, it has here a pinch for the HDMI. One thing I wish the GH4 had that the GH5 has is the full-size HDMI, but it doesn't. So you have to get something like this, because the micro HDMI connection is horrible. But with this one, you can actually then apply a little converter like I have here. So you can convert that horrible micro HDMI to a full HDMI connection, and I just use this. Their cage has the pinch for it, so it holds it in place. I can literally hold the camera by this, and nothing ever really. So far, nothing has happened. I don't think anything will happen because this thing is solidly attached in there. So yeah, overall, like I said, nice cage, protects. It has a lot of attachments here, like all over the cage. Has tapped holes for 1/4-20. Also 3/8 of an inch, so you can attach a lot of different accessories. Has the cold shoe mount up here, and most importantly, you have easy access here to the batteries. So your battery compartment, you can put in the batteries. You're gonna attach the tripod plate directly to this, or if you want, actually, they have the cage itself actually comes with this. It's like their base, and this is the same base that they have for most of their other cages. So it's kind of nice because let's say if you own some of the other cages, you can easily take the camera off basically and put on the other one that has the KMTV cage. Just kind of slide it under from the side, and then once you have it in there, all it takes is this one knob here to tighten it. So you tighten it and it stays in place. And why would you use this base? Well, you don't have to use it unless you want to build up your camera and you want to add rails up here. You want to add, follow focus, matte packs, all that kind of stuff. So that's where you would use this base. Otherwise, it's not really that necessary. Another thing I really like too is the fact that it has, solid top handle. Especially once you build up a rig, the top handle is very helpful. But you can also quickly remove it. And if you do remove it, you basically just take out this thumb screw. And you can put it on either way. You still have a cold shoe mount up here, so you're not sacrificing, because the original cold shoe mount or hot shoe mount is covered obviously by the cage. Now, some people are wondering if you can actually use the flash. Let me actually put in a battery here so I can show you guys. Here is one thing actually. You can put in the batteries, but not when you have this base on, because you'll notice it kind of twists, you would have to twist the battery, but you can just loosen this up and that screw and just basically push it a little bit over, and then the battery goes in, no problem. But with this being completely in the center, it will block the battery from coming, but that's just the base. The cage itself doesn't. So again, if you're not using the base, you're okay. So let me start this up, and as you can see, I press the flash button, and the pop-up flash will actually open with this cage, which is pretty nice. So I'll put this back on, and you can put this handle, by the way, either way, so whichever way is more comfortable for you. You have it there, and now I'm just going to quickly put on all the rails and all the accessories. I can kind of show you guys how this would look if you build it up. To do that, I actually have, like I said, I have multiple of these bases because I have multiple KMTV cages. So I'm gonna just quickly grab my sort of pre-built already base here. So here you can see I have the same base, and I already have all my rails and everything attached. So that means I can just quickly slide the camera under, lock it in place. And now I can attach my matte box, for example, slide it in there. Again, this isn't a big lens, but if you had like a cinema lens, you needed support, and I have the lens support up here, follow focus, stuff like that. That's how you can very quickly build up this rig. For example, you can attach your arm here, let's say for a monitor. Like this, you could attach a monitor or something like that. You can even attach then a second monitor, let's say for your focus puller up here. So you can have one attached, for example, somewhere to the handle, and another one, let's say, for you up here. So you can really build this up into like a big sort of a proper cinema rig. And you can see, because you have the rails, you can also put other accessories. This is actually from Lenpart, which allows me to basically put my V-mount batteries on there, and then I can power both the camera and the monitor from the V-mount batteries, which is kind of cool. And by the way, you can get just the cage for the camera, or you can get the whole rig, which will come with the rails, with the follow focus, with the KMTV matte box. So the whole thing would be included. Obviously, it's more money. So if that's how you like to roll, then that's what you can get. But if you don't like to, and you want to kind of go plain and simple, then you can just get the cage, which you can also, like, that's another thing I like about it, is that even if you have it built up like this, but let's say suddenly you're like, okay, screw this, it's getting too heavy or whatever, I need the camera to be smaller to fit it into a corner somewhere and quickly get a shot. Well, you can then, even though you have everything built up, you can quickly take the camera off. Let's say in this case, again, just detach the monitor, and you can be back to basics, as they say. I can even detach again the top handle. So you can very quickly strip the camera down to the essentials, and let's say throw this up on a little gimbal or something like that. So yeah, cool cage. If you're still using the GH4 like I am, then I can highly recommend it. So if you guys are interested in getting it, I'll provide the links for all the places online where you can find it in the description of this video, and as always on my website. Thank you guys, and if you like this video, hit that like button, kick it if you like it, and also share the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.